The Orange Democratic Movement faces withering criticism from within its own ranks as prominent legislators question whether the party restrained any connection to the principles that define its 2 decades of existence. Embakasi-aged Member of Parliament Babu Owino delivered a scanty assessment of ODM's current trajectory during the Linda Mwananchi tour engagement with Busia residents on Sunday. He declared that he no longer recognized the party in its present form, suggesting a fundamental transformation has occurred that separates current operation from historical identity. Owino characterized the temporary ODM as driven by business interests rather than the activism foundation that originally distinguished the opposition outfit from established parties. The legislature framed his critique within the Kenya's broader history of political transformation, arguing that protest rather than quiet negotiation delivered the most significant government milestone. He posed rhetorical question about what ended colonialism, brought multipartyism, and secured the new constitution. Answering that demonstration achieved these reforms. His historical analysis positioned civic action and mass mobilization as the proven mechanism for expanding democratic space and forcing institutional change. Owino maintained that a protest represents legitimate unnecessary political tool despite efforts by some parties elements to embrace different engagement strategies. His defense on the demonstration politics directly challenged the approach favored by ODM's Central Committee management, which has prioritized a structured negotiation with the Kenya Kwanza administration over the confrontational tactics. This physiological divide reveals completing theories about how opposition force can mostly effectively influence governance and policy outcomes. The Linda Mwananchi tours represent organizational expression of these activists' physiology, with Senator Edwin Sifuna joining Owino and allied legislatures in launching the multi-stop grassroots engagement initiative. The tour structure emphasized direct dialogue with ordinary citizens across different regions rather than elite political negotiation conducted in private venues. This methodological approach reflects deliberate choice to build opposition politics from a grassroots foundation rather than through institutional arrangement with a government. Tour organizers position the initiative as a direct response from growing economic and political anxieties affecting Kenya's households. The engagement strategy focuses on listening to citizen voices and channeling those concerns to the country and national platform rather than imposing predetermined political position. This bottom-up approach contrasts with top-down coalition negotiation that the official party faction pursues through the Linda Ground consultative forums. The branding choice of Linda Mwananchi, meaning protect the citizens, signals commitment to prioritizing ordinary voter concerns over elite political rhetoric. This framing established clear distinction between the rebel faction citizen-centered approach and what they characterize as the official leadership focus on political accommodation with government. The branding also invokes protective responsibility toward vulnerable population facing economic hardship, positioning the tour as defensive action against harmful government policies. Beyond citizens' engagement, The tour serves as a strategic position purpose for Sifuna, Owino, and allied legislatures within the broader political landscape. As high-profile figures with strong following in urban constituencies, particularly Nairobi, the tour helps sustain their visibility and relevance ahead of the party's nomination and the general election. This dual faction combine genuine grassroots mobilization with personal political brand building for leaders seeking to maintain prominence. The tour's focus on economic hardship, governance, failure, and accountability demand establish clear thematic contrasts with government allies by emphasizing a dialogue with voters experiencing cost of living pressure and the faction highlight the disconnect between ordinary Kenyans struggles and political elite accommodation arrangements. This messaging positioned then the authentic representative of citizens' interests against party elements they portray as having compromised independence for government access. The faction has maintained their consistently critical stance toward the broader governance alignment pursued by other ODM figures. This opposition reflects a divergent political strategies within the party about whether joining the government structure serves members' interests or betrays opposition responsibility. The Linda Mwananchi tour operationalized this critique through visible grassroots mobilization that demonstrate alternative political approach.